This is the Nataraj, and it's a piece that I did when I read the Christian monk Bede Griffiths, who started an ashram in India, and his writings really inspired this piece. I wanted to, because he actually compared the Hindu god Shiva with the risen Christ, particularly the Hindu god Shiva as the Nataraj, as the Lord of the dance. And of course the Lord of the dance is a title of Jesus in songs that we sing. And so for me there's an entree into exploring a piece about Shiva as the Nataraj and Jesus as the Lord of the dance. And normally you would have 4 arms with the Shiva Nataraj, one holding fire, one holding a drum, fire for destruction, his power to destroy, a drum for his power to create. And for me, I thought of Jesus and his undergoing the crucifixion, this destruction, and then his power to create. He's the Word of God made flesh. And so the resurrection is this idea of recreation. And so I wanted to have a risen Christ and a crucified Christ, the God of destruction and the God of creation. And I sort of conflated or mixed those symbols in a certain way. So I have this here is a crucified Christ, of course. He's a broken clay figure with nails in his wrists. And then he's actually coming out of and from within, just like St. George. This figure is coming from behind. You'll see the impression of his face inside of that face. This arm here I took from this arm and bent it over here. This arm here I took from inside of this arm and bent it up. So the idea is that you have this crucified form that's taken out of this risen form that's gold-leafed. And this form here is called a mandorla, means almond in Italian, and it is the physical representation of the coincidence of opposites. When you have 2 circles that come together, the figure that's formed is an almond shape. And so the idea here is that the Christ is the coincidence of opposites, male and female, life and death, destruction, creation. So that was an important form for me too for this piece. And silver and gold, so this is a gold, gold leafed here and then silver leafed over here, sun and moon, female and male. That's about it, I guess. And then you can see, I'll turn it around so you can see the back. St. George and the Dragon, I made it for my master's thesis when I got my master's in fine arts. And I was interested in it because I actually had a dream about St. George and the Dragon, a very kind of symbolic and powerful dream for me that inspired the sculpture. Now it's in repair. The arm broke off and I had to repair the arm, and I've yet to paint it and make it look like it should be, but that's supposed to be repaired. But it's made of wooden mosaic tiles, resin, gold leaf, bronze, silk thread, which I wrapped around the dragon. So the dragon for me in this dream, it was clear that the dragon is a symbol of the ego or the lower self, and and George, the higher self. And that there's a sense in which the dragon is not an evil entity, but is this beautiful symbol of the energy of creation, all of creation, and that in the end it needs to surrender its life to the higher self, and that through love George kills the dragon, but also through love the dragon surrenders to George. So I wanted this sense of surrender, and I made my face the face of the dragon, and I made the face of George a teacher of mine, someone who meant a lot to me, who passed away a few years ago. And so the dragon comes from within George, and all these body parts, like the head, the hand that you see, there's a foot that you'll see down here on the dragon, the chest you'll see here, a leg, all of these body parts came from within George. So the idea is that
we have to face our own.
Yeah.
we have to face our own internal conflict, but also you say that also indicates that there is no sense of ultimate evil dualism, in the sense that
that in the end the good absorbs everything, or the God absorbs it all,
or brings out the good.
Yeah, he transmutes everything into
because even the serpent has good in existence.
Yeah, and I was thinking, because he's the energy for growth. It's like the raw energy. And the silk threads are important. It's like they're all wound up energy.